Hey, what's happening YouTube? This is We All Juggle Knives and Lights with a review of the Armytek Partner C1. It comes with these accessories: a belt holster, a pocket clip, a spare switch, O-rings, and a lanyard. It comes with everything except a battery, and the maximum lumens are 800. Armytek is an interesting company, and basically they're a smaller company, but they make very elite, high-quality lights. They are based in Canada, however the assembly is done in China. But some of the components are from Japan and some are from the US, as that's what it said on the packaging. You might not have heard of Armytek simply because unlike the, mega brands, they don't have like a social media program that I know of, so other brands, when they come out with a new light, they send like 50 of them out to just as many reviewers as they can get them to, right? But I bought all these Armyteks on my own dime. That one is the Tiara C1. It's a headlamp style light. And that one is the Doberman, which is an unapologetic tactical light. The construction on an Armytek flashlight really is first rate. I mean, you can just see the finish it has a very good durable finish. Even just the lettering they put on it, the switches, the threads, it's all first rate. Now the Armyteks with the tail switches, those lights are usually meant to be compatible with pressure switches and rail mounts, like if you wish to mount a light on a firearm. And they are also constructed in such a way that they can withstand the recoil of the firearm operating. Like, that's why they're overbuilt. Now I'm going to review this as just a regular standalone light, okay? Simply because even though I own guns, I'm no gunfighting expert. I'm not a SEAL, so I'm just going to review it as a light, and you can think for yourself or research for yourself if you're interested in the in that angle. Now, as you might be able to see here, that is a lens, right? It's not a conventional reflector, it's a lens. Okay, and here you see the data sheet for the C1, right? Max lumens 800 or 650 OTF lumens, which are out the front lumens. And then all the other lumen listings are OTF lumens. Maximum beam distance 131 meters, and you see the run times there. Now, if you're not sure what OTF lumens are, I'm sure you can look that up on Wikipedia or something, but basically it's out the front lumens. Alright, now to get at the batteries, you just unscrew the tail assembly here. What am I using? I'm using a Nitecore 18350. A battery like this will help you get the most performance out of the light. Now I will also include a link to where to get those Nitecore 18350s. This light can also operate on regular CR123s as well as 16340 lithium-ion batteries. So 3 different battery options. I'd recommend that one. And you can also see the light disassembled here. The threading on this is done really well. Right, this light has a superior impact resistance, superior water resistance. You see that impact resistance to 10 meters, 5 hours submersion at 10 meters. It's just well built. So how does this work? Well, basically you can turn it on and off with the tail switch. You can also cycle through the first 4 brightness levels with half presses. You have the option of including the strobe in the normal mode cycle or just not having the strobe enabled. Right? For testing or review purposes, I have the strobe in there, so I want to give the strobe warning now. Alright, warning, strobe is coming up soon. Okay, so as I said, the first 4 brightness levels, half presses. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the strobe. Right, hold on, sorry, there's the strobe. Right, and of course you're going to see those much better when we go outside. I'm just showing you how it actually works. Okay, so that was the first 4 brightness levels. How do you get to the 5th? Well, you have to turn the head of the light about 1/8 of a rotation. There you go. And now this is basically in its second mode cycle, or what is sometimes called assault mode with flashlights. When that head is tightened, basically this only does its turbo. And it also has momentary on with that turbo too. You see that? And again, to switch from that like assault mode to the regular mode, you just need to turn that head 1/4 or 1/8 of an inch, or 1/8 of a rotation, I should say. And that's how to do that. Now, in order to toggle the strobe, enable or disable it, you just have to turn the head like 10 or more times. Right, you just have to do that 10 or more times and it will enable or disable the strobe. And you want to see a little of the other lights. Here is the headlamp. It's pretty cool. Alright, and the this one, the Doberman. Now this can take 2 18350s. In other words, this can take 2 of the same battery that this takes 1 of, which could be useful to you. Smooth reflector. Okay, I'm going to roll in some demonstration footage from outside. Now remember, this is not meant to be a long thrower. The max beam distance is 131 meters. So the practical beam distance is going to be a good deal less, because the max beam distance, that's like the distance that the last tiny like 1/4 of a lumen can reach. Okay, so you're not going to see anything. You're not going to see 1/4 of a lumen per square meter on a camera. So you're not going to see anything at that distance, right? So the point of that number is to tell you that at like half that or whatever, that's the more practical distance. Hey, what's up YouTube? I'm out here on the front steps with this Armytek light. Let's see what it can do. This would be excellent for lighting your path. Let me just walk around a little bit to basically show you if you had to light your path. Let me walk the perimeter on the driveway with this Armytek. I got some wood that I'm going to use for knife reviews. Alright, just walking the perimeter. This thing is excellent for this purpose. If you had to light your path, let's say you're in a dark parking garage or just an unlit trail, this would be good. Hey, what's up YouTube? We're out here with this Armytek light. Let me cycle through the brightness levels for you. And turbo. That is a lot of illumination for such a small light. And I'm holding it in the reverse. Okay YouTube, strobe warning for this Armytek strobe. That is the strobe. Pretty disorienting. Alright YouTube, this Armytek light is really good at, confronting intruders. Behold, pretend that bush is an intruder, a trespasser. Right? This is what you see without the light. And with the light. Right, it's got momentary on, so if you flicker the momentary on, it's like a strobe. Pretty cool. Hey, what's up YouTube? This is We All Juggle Knives. It's kind of cold out here tonight. I'm testing flashlights. What's up? Shout out to all my YouTube viewers. I got many flashlights here to test. Hey, what's up YouTube? I am on the road. No, literally I'm on a road out in the field testing several flashlights, including this Armytek. Let's do a top view. Okay, here's a top view of the Armytek on the road, the double yellow. Yes, that's my foot. And there you see the river of light from this Armytek. And here we are at Frog Creek with the Armytek light. Doing a pretty decent job. Okay, we seem to have been invaded by a herd of deer as I was testing this Armytek light. Hold on, I will show them to you. Well, that's pretty cool. I mean, backyard security right here with this Armytek. If those were people, I'd have the drop on them. Hey, what's up, YouTube? I'm at the second story window. I spotted 2 trespassers with this Armytek light. And without the light, this is what you would see. Nothing. Now I am way up here. I'm in the window. Alright, so there you have it, the backyard security mission with this Armytek light. Alright, YouTube, we are back. So what is my overall opinion of this light? I think it's a very nice light. I mean, it's kind of hard to convey because a lot of people just kind of go by raw brightness, but that's not really the only factor that comes into play with a light. As I said, the finish and the construction on this, it's just superior to most lights. You know, the compactness and the fact that you can switch it to the assault mode where it's always in turbo and you can do the reverse grip, that all contributes to its usability as like a mini defensive aid. You know, I'm not going to say weapon because it's still a flashlight, but it is a defensive aid. You know, it's hard for someone to do something when they're seeing spots in front of their eyes and you're bashing them to a pulp with whatever else you carry. Now, having said that, there is a little bit I disagree with as far as the strobe. I just don't really find the strobe too useful in this light just because of the way that they've integrated it. Like, you can either disable it or enable it, and then it's in the main mode cycle. So you don't really have quick access to it. So me personally, I would just disable the strobe, and I would just use this mainly in the assault mode with the turbo, and the momentary on with the turbo can mimic the strobe pretty well too. You know, in a lot of like mini tactical lights, oh, strobe warning by the way, like this Claris, you know, they have a whole separate switch to give you instant strobe. But they wanted to stick with one single switch here because, again, they have to make this compatible with, like, pressure switches for firearms. So I understand why they didn't add, like, a paddle. And in other mini defensive lights like this EagleTac, this has a similar assault mode where you turn the head, but in this case, your first tap is turbo, and your second tap will be strobe. So it's like, there's your turbo, and there's your strobe. So that's how they've integrated it here. So yeah, I just thought I'd mention that. Not a big deal to me, but I mean, I give balanced reviews. I don't sugarcoat things, so that's the one thing that I'm not crazy about. But everything else about this light, first rate. And they do sell these on Amazon, and it will, if you order directly from Armytek on Amazon, it's going to ship from Canada by like Express DHL. Basically, this was $66 if you include the shipping, which was rather expensive. But even with that shipping, I felt $66 was very reasonable for this quality of light. Alright, so I will include Amazon links in the text description box. Please try to use those links. They do help support the channel. I will also include some links to other elite companies, like a few links to Zebra Light, because I like those too. And, you know, just a few goodies. Check them out. Alright, YouTube, I hope you enjoyed seeing this light. This has been We All Juggle Knives and Lights. I'm out.